Jaylen, before you guys, well, as you guys built that 75-55 lead, your offensive rating was somewhere around 120. After that, it dropped to about 76, which is kind of unheard of. What happened after you guys got up to that 20-point lead?
I'm not sure. I think we're going to take a look at the film tomorrow and see what kind of happened there.
Was there any sort of feeling that, once you got up to 20, maybe you guys got away from the things that were working? I mean, you guys shot almost exclusively three-pointers after that. I mean, you guys are a very high-volume three-point shooting team, but you never shoot like 85% of your shots from three. Were you guys going for like a knockout punch? Was there a feeling on the floor of anything like that?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I think we got to look at it. Some of them felt good. Some of them felt like we maybe forced the issue. And definitely our rhythm and our timing was a little bit off. We got a lot of great looks, but it may be some truth to that. We got to look at the film and see kind of what happened in that second half.
Jaylen, there's always some level of shooting variance with threes, but it felt like as that run was going on, you guys were missing some shots maybe you usually make, and they were coming back and hitting big shots. How much does momentum play a part in that, both not only for like you guys maybe losing confidence, but more so them gaining the confidence of, okay, we're finally back in this and like the ball is rolling?
Yeah, no, they definitely had momentum in the second half. They had some tough plays, hit some tough shots. Anunoby and Brunson, in combination made some tough shots down the stretch. We just gotta look at it, be better, and get ready for game 2.
What's the challenge of combating momentum in those spots, just like mentally and on the court, everything like that?
Yeah, in those moments when the other team got momentum, we can't just fire up threes. To break up momentum, you got to get to the free throw line, get to the paint, get to the basket, maybe get a easy 2, hit some free throws, and then maybe the next three-pointer feels a little bit better. I feel like we just settled in the second half a lot, but we'll look at it and we'll make adjustments.
Jaylen, can you just take us through the last 15 seconds of overtime there? Joe eventually calls a timeout with 3 seconds left. Were you expecting a timeout earlier there? Were you kind of just expecting a foul from the next? Take us through your kind of thought process as that went down.
Yeah, I mean, we called timeout. Maybe it could have been a little sooner, but we had 3 seconds on the clock, plenty enough to get a good look at the rim. I wasn't able to get that, so yeah, that was it.
In the second quarter, you had a lot of success attacking inside the arc, and then in the second half and overtime, only took 3 shots from there. What was at the root of that change?
I'm not sure. I definitely thought I had some good looks from 3 that I'm looking forward to in game 2. But we'll take a look at it and we'll see. I don't know yet. I don't know.
And then Drew Holiday had 16 points in his return tonight and really made life difficult for Brunson at the defensive end. What did you see from him in his return?
Drew looked good. Drew made plays, offensive rebound after offensive rebound that gave us a chance to get in the game. He made some big plays down the stretch that, we needed. Hit a big 3 to put us up. Also, scored some baskets in the game. So Drew had a great return. So we're just looking forward to game 2. Obviously, it stings. We feel like we let our home crowd down, but we're looking ready. We're looking forward to game 2.
You guys didn't trail in any playoff series last season. How do you personally react to being down in a series? How does your team need to respond to being in this situation that's uncomfortable for this group, even though obviously you guys have done it plenty of times way in the past?
Yeah, you take a look at it and you learn what you can learn from it. Obviously, we had a historic night of missed 3-pointers, et cetera. We'll take a look and kind of see what the energy was. But in reality, you almost got to have a short-term memory, throw it away, get ready for game 2. We don't have time to let stuff carry over. So, we make adjustments. We come ready to play on our home floor.
Jaylen, what did they do defensively against you guys? What did you see from their defense that maybe caused you to shoot some of those? And how did that compare to the last series and maybe the way that Orlando guarded you?
Orlando kind of, took the three-point line away. It felt like tonight they were kind of daring us to shoot. Like they wanted us to shoot those shots. And we didn't make them tonight. But I felt like we had a ton of good looks. Some maybe we forced up and we settled for sure. And we'll look at those and be better at those. But, that's an abnormal game for us in terms of shooting the basketball. And all our guys we trust. We got great shooters on this team. So we'll look at the film as a team, and then we'll approach it that way and move forward.
Jaylen, on the left-handed drive to the basket that you missed, did you feel like there was contact? Did you feel like there was a foul late in overtime?
It's the playoffs, so you know what I mean. Any play, every play, you could probably say that. I just got to finish that. That was it. My momentum took me a little further than I would have liked, and it, made it a little harder. But still a play I could finish. That's on me.
And you guys take a lot of threes. You guys led the league. It's what you do. How tough is it mid-game to kind of switch to like, okay, this isn't working. Let's attack the basket. In the first half, you guys shot 20 free throws. And in the second half, you guys were taking a lot of threes. I mean, how tough is it mid-game to go, okay, this might not be effective. Let's attack the rim, attack the paint.
I don't think it's hard at all. It's just being able to recognize it, just being poised enough to recognize when to take it and when not to take it. I don't think we did a good job of that tonight, of like seeing the game, understanding the game. It's just like we was just firing it up for whatever reason, and we gotta find them better in rhythm, get to the paint, get a paint touch, get to the free throw line, and those threes feel a little bit better. But we'll look at it. Obviously, we was excited, came out to start the second round of the playoff, but we got to play with more poise than we did tonight.
Thank you, Jaylen.